Hello folks, I'm going to open by apologising that I didn't get this out sooner, but as I've said previously, I have been quite busy with things outside of cyberspace, namely a musical production that I'm involved in. Other than that, however, let's get straight on to this video, which is about the updates that have recently come out. In fact, there have actually been two, one following the other, to just sort of make sure that it's all rounded and fixed. So initially we went to version 0.51464, and now it went to 51531. Now let me just read you off some of the things that are here, and then I'll show you a couple of them briefly. Right, so patch notes say for 51464 fixes number of small bugs, e.g. instability issues, etc. Planet display in lobby shows correct planet name and type. UI improvements, bug fixes and tweaks. Faber assisting building ongoing behavior improvements. Ongoing pathing changes. So for instance air dodging and braking. Metal spots return to the ocean floor. They might be a little bit difficult to see, but the way that when you build them they automatically go to the nearest one if within a reasonable distance, so that should help you to place those. Audio additions and tweaks. Balance changes. Laser defenses. Health increased, along with their damage per second increase. I'm assuming that's what DPS means in this instance, and their projectile speed also increased. Now, one of the bigger balance changes that's caused a bit of a stir, tank speed has been reduced along with their turret rotation. So their top speed and turret rotation speed have been reduced, making bots much more viable in this game. Wall priorities have been decreased as well, which means that units won't necessarily target walls first, so walls now become more of a meat shield than a distraction. And they also said that Fabbers should do a better job of searching for things to do when on a patrol route. For example, reclaiming if economy is running a deficit. Now, looking into the quick things from 51531. Significant land pathing improvements. For instance, units should now use a straight line to their goal rather than using wonky whatever it was. Chronocam bug fixes. Default keybindings for building structures and units now exists. In-client patch notes display with formatting, as you can see up here. You can see the patch notes down here. In addition to this, anti-air bot has a name now, but they do stress that not all names are final. Air pathing changes, Fabbers assist and build more accurately, precise movement, and you shouldn't necessarily see units going underground any longer. Now, the bigger stories of the week, shall we say. As I alluded to there, we have custom key bindings for keys in the beautiful new settings page. If I go here, we can see that it's now got different tabs. We have graphics tabs, we have audio tabs, we have camera tabs, and keyboard tabs, the server tabs, so that's just telling you where you are. But right, keyboard tabs, you have all of this sort of stuff that you can now choose what you want your keyboard to do for various things. So you have command mode move, attack, assist, repair, reclaim, patrol, stop, next build, fire at will rather. My eyes can't read very well. Return fire, hold fire, maneuver, roam, hold position, show hide health bars, show hide strategic icons, toggle if friendly fire colors, I believe. Toggle if friend color or something like that, maybe. Oh no, toggle friend foe colors. There we go. Enable navigation, disable navigation, select commander, all of this sort of stuff. And going, control group, recall that selected group, capture anchor, all of these things, build advanced metal extractors. Now here I haven't entered any of these yet because, well, they're likely to change, and I'll probably start using them more when I actually play more often and get a chance to really experiment with things. But I'll probably experiment with various stuff and then get back to you with what I find the most useful. So all of this stuff here, walls, sea barrier, radar, floating laser tower, everything there. all of the units have them as well, and debugging and hacks as well. So that was one of those. Now if I just go cancel, we're back to the main menu now. Something else that was mentioned, which I didn't read off just yet, transition between biomes. They have massively improved this. Let's go and have a look at my planets, and we'll go into Planet Editor and show you quite what I mean by this. So I'll put it on a random seed, reasonable radius, height range, water height, 40, temperature 47. Right. Build preview. Let's have a look. Hopefully I can show you some of the transitions here, because they have really edited it and made it look a lot nicer than just a stark colour to colour contrast with a swirl. Planet is loading. This can take a long time. Some of us believe they've also increased the tree density, but that remains to be seen yet. Now, let us zoom in and show you quite what we mean by this. Where you would have had green swirl sand, we now have this alpha fading effect. You see here we've got darker green, lighter green, and then your sandy colour. Little bit of slow down there, of course, because it is quite a big planet looking at it. You can see there as well, you know, it's all just more subtle differences here. Looking over here as well, all of this a lot more subtle and not nicer. Zooming out again, it is a little bit laggy for me, but that is because I do have a lot of other stuff open in the background. Plus, you know, it is Planet Editor and it is alpha. Now let us look at some of the other planets that they've done things with. When I say planets, I mean biomes. Let's have a look at the lava one now. Build preview. I do believe they have done some editing with these biomes. Here we are. Here is a lava biome. Doesn't it look sweet? Still very much experimental, but looking at it, it looks pretty darn good. It's a little bit tricky to see what's going on in it, however, but again it is quite a large planet actually, so getting all of that on there, and over time lava planets will start to be seen more and more. Now let's have a look at a metal planet. What I'm going to do for this one though is reduce the radius to about 30. Now there is still debate as to whether on metal planets you can build metal extractors anywhere, or whether they are going to go on metal points. It is alluded to that you can build them anywhere. Now, look at this. This is somewhat beautiful. Is it not? Zoom in a little bit more and you can see all of these little details that they've been doing things with. It's pretty darn awesome. Again, it is experimental, so you can't yet play on this, but it's a massive improvement on what they had before. Would you not agree? And you know, Moon and Tropical are pretty much the same things as we've seen before. Right, so that is pretty much all of your updates for these patches. Again, apologies, it was quite late in the running. Any future games that I upload now will be in the latest patches. And other than that, don't forget to drop a like or a comment. Let me know what you think about these patches in the game in the comments. Always up for a debate, which is always good. And don't forget to share. And on that note, subscribe for a lot more Planetary Annihilation coming your way very, very soon indeed. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks again for watching, and have a nice day.